no concerns around a Shilpi cable, a stable first quarter coming in for this one. And remember, this stock has been hitting fresh 52-week highs on a regular basis. Manish Bhatt, the CEO at Shilpi Cables, joins us. Morning, Manish. Thank you for joining us on Corporate Eye. Just take us through the highlights of the quarter gone by, and can we expect this run rate to continue in the coming quarters as well?
Yeah, so the highlight continues that we continue to grow with 12% growth, and if you see standalone domestic performance, there's a growth of 25%. All our segment continues to do well. So if you really see, our focus right now is to get into technology-driven products in B2B and grow very quickly in the B2C segment in organic or inorganic way. And we continue to do well in those lines.
Manish, talking about the segments that you're operating in, you cater to automotive, telecom, as well as consumer durables, and you were looking to foray into the lightning segment as well as the railway segment. So if you could just tell us which are the segments that you are seeing higher traction during the quarter, and in terms of where FY17 is concerned, which segments are expected to be the growth drivers for Shilpi Cable?
So, our existing, correctly told by you that telecom, auto, and white goods, they continue to do well. In telecom, we had introduced antenna. It has a little long gestation period until we get into real business. We are going through that phase right now. Also, the frequency option, which is going to take place, will also define which kinds of antennas would go in future. And hence, there is a little bit of time which we will have to go through. In B2C, you're right, we are growing. We have 18 states now where we have the network. Now our focus is to get higher penetration. We had launched 2 products, which is modular switches and MCBs, and we are now trying to get their penetration also as equally as much as we have in the house wire. And LED is another thing planned. Here we are in the process. We are going through that BIS approval right now, and we expect in a quarter's time, to be able to launch that product too.
Right, Manish, just talk to us about your capacity utilization. Where does it stand right now? What's your current capacity at, and any capex plans for the rest of FY17?
Yeah, so more or less we have spent our capex. We have increased our capacity. So we at our Chopanki plant, we have added another shade and more machinery. So our capacities have doubled. We are at 70% utilized, there right now, which we are running. But with increased capacity, a little bit of a machine more, we can even add a 20-30% more capacity now. So we have no constraint of capacity for our growth within this year. One new expansion which we are doing, which is for railways, where we are going into catenary wire. I think that is expected. Those machines are expected by next month, and we expect that to come into commercial production by maybe next quarter.
Manish, in terms of where international operations are concerned, you have already been operating in Singapore, Hong Kong, South Africa and UK were your next pit stops where you have started operations as well. So if you could just tell us, how is the international operation business panning out, and which will be your next pit stops in terms of where FY17 is concerned, and what's the kind of outlook do you have if you talk about the international business?
So international business, which is mostly trading in copper products and telecom products, that continues to do. But our major, growth there, the initiative would be to get this project where we are spending around $150 million, to come into commercial production. I think 50 million of that through equity and 100 million through the debt. The equity has more or less tied up, and our work has started. We expect in 1 year that project to take up, and that would be our key game changer as far as our international business is concerned.
Fair point, Manish. And before we let you go, what's your order book at currently? What's the order book visibility like, as also your growth targets for the rest of the year?
So I would say that we continue to have an optimistic view. We continue to, we see no problem in growing at the rate at which we are going.
Right, Manish, we'll leave it at that. That's the management of Shilpi Cables for you. Strong quarter coming in for them, and they expect the growth to continue going forward as well. Let's end this edition of Corporate Eye, but do stay with us. Up next, trouble brewing in the telecom sector as COAI and TRAI fight over Jio's network testing. Piyush Jain talks to Rajan Matthews, the Director General at COAI, on the other side.